Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So once we get connected with our other students, we ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, the exalted one, the fully enlightened one. So dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to share some basic information with yourself to practice and develop a very clear spiritual foundation with meditation. So when it comes to meditation, it is a purification of our mind and the cultivation of our mind. So before we cultivate, we have to purify our mind. We have to get out of all our unnecessary thoughts, behavior, habits. Basically, we have to get out of the greed, hatred, and the delusion. And then by the time we have to develop, we have to cultivate the loving kindness, compassion, generosity, wisdom. So that kind of good qualities. So in this path, when it comes to Dharma today, there are many divisions that you can see. As a culture, there are many events that you can see. And sometimes it looks like the practicing Buddhism, it's like a festival. And another thing is kind of like offering, puja, and chanting. So that's kind of religious ceremonies. And at the same time, when it comes to this study part, that academically, the Buddhism now developed to many faculties. But if we go deeper into the Buddha's teaching, the very meaning of the Buddha's teaching, developing our wisdom. So especially the very early Buddhism, that's mean the very first 20 years of the Buddha's teaching. So today we are here after 2600 years ago. So in this journey on the way, there were many things maybe we lost, and at the same time, maybe there are a lot of things added to the teachings, because it's in the beginning, there was not like a writing method or recording method. It all came through orally and memorizing, chanting. So somehow, when it comes to yourself, it is your own responsibility rather than just listening and get tangled with the cultural part or study part. It is your responsibility to get into deeper level of the Buddha's real message. So when it comes to the very real message, it's about self-realization, or it is about your liberation, it is about your Nibbana. So how this method happened, how this path develop yourself? Basically, there are 4 pillars that you have to develop yourself to get into this. In these 4 pillars, in this 4 practice, 2 things that you have to find from outside and 2 things you have to develop inside you. So when you start your journey of this spiritual journey, these 4 things that you always have to remember, and then you have to cultivate these 4 qualities. So the very first quality that you have to get into this Dharma and go on this path, having a Kalyana Mitra, that's mean noble friend. It's having a kind of like a, without greed, hatred, or the delusion, and having the loving kindness, compassion, and the wisdom. And that noble friend means here that whoever have the wisdom related to the Buddha's message. Because most of time, it's when it comes to friends, it's not the sometimes whatever you do, whatever we do, some people accept it and help us to make us happy in the conventional life. So we think they are the best friends. But when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, whoever noble friend is the important. So then how you can find the noble friend? So noble friend always teach about, give the message about the very nature of life, and practicing himself or herself, and always try to reduce the help to people to reduce the power of the greed, hatred, and the delusion, and increase the ability of loving kindness, compassion, wisdom, and generosity. So in that way, so that's you have to find from outside. And other one is the Dhamma. So Dhamma is come out of the Paratogosa, or the you have to hear it from others with the open mind. And the real message, maybe when it comes to Dhamma, today we are living in this information era, and we have so many things around us. And especially when it comes to meditation nowadays, there are many new methods keep coming to this. And when it comes to deeper our life, and regarding the liberation, or regarding the spiritual development, or the Nibbana, now it is a very marketing word. And happiness is a very marketing word. and comfort, satisfaction, and it's kind of like those are having different meanings now. So then it is your responsibility to find the right message. So that's why you need the good person, the friend, noble friend, and through that friend, you have to get the message. So those are two things that you have to get from outside. And then at the same time, you have to have something from inside also. So what you should have inside, it's called Yata Bhuta Jnana Dassana. So that's mean the knowledge and the vision according to reality. Why it is very necessary? Why you should have the knowledge and vision according to reality? Because most of time, whatever our knowledge or whatever we think or whatever our point of view came out of our own previous habitual patterns. We are biased to our own feelings, emotions, and even we are biased to our own knowledge. So most of time, out of our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, whatever the perception we perceive, we manipulate inside. And then we trying to see the world the way we want. But here, that the ability that you should develop, not to have a version yourself, but to have a vision according to the reality. Another one is Dhamma Patipatya. Patipada. So that means you have to develop a lifestyle, discipline yourself, related to purify the mind. Because sometimes when it comes to our life, people have very disciplined life, related to many other things. So as example, when you want to lose weight, maybe you become disciplined with your eating habit, but that doesn't help to purify your mind. See that you are maybe fasting and doing a lot of things, but it's not about the getting out of the greed, hatred, or the delusion. It's about you going with some kind of other desire. There's nothing wrong with that conventional level. But here, you have to remember that when it comes to this developing very ethical lifestyle, the conventional level ethical lifestyle is important, but deeply when it comes to discipline, it should be very meaningful, and you have to develop it with the wisdom, and the benefit should take you to have a very clear mind. So those are the 4 qualities that you need to develop this spiritual path. Kalyana Mitra, that means noble friend. And then the Dhamma, the Buddha's message, the Buddha's real message, not the people's ideas. So those 2 you have to bring from, find from outside. And then yourself, you have to have the Yoniso Manasikara. So that's mean the knowledge and the vision according to reality. So when you have to experience the things as it is, not the way you want. And the 4th one is called Dhammanu Dhamma Patipada. So that's mean you have to develop a very disciplined life, whatever profitable, and to develop yourself wholesome actions. Because sometimes that you can be disciplined to have a very unwholesome action. Murderer, thief, so they are kind of like a very disciplined when it comes to thief and or the murderer. They look like nice, and they don't do certain things. They follow certain rules, but that doesn't mean that we're going to help for them to have a liberation with the clarity. No, it is unwholesome action. So then you have to remember, because that most of time ourselves, that whatever the rituals we practice, our discipline, we can attach to that, and then by the time, maybe if it is wrong, it's going to take us to wrong path. So that's why you have to have some kind of wisdom related to your own self-discipline. If you do something, you should know why you have to do it. If you don't do something, you have to know why you don't do it, and how it related to your mental clarity. And once you have that, what happens? Then you develop the tranquility state. That is the foundation for your spiritual path. So once you have the tranquility state, that means undisturbed mind. So these all four qualities help you to have that foundation. And once you have the undisturbed mind, that is where you can go little by little deeper. And then more and more, you start to recognize the reality. So that's why practicing meditation will bring the ability to have this undisturbed mind. So once you have the undisturbed mind, once you're capable to see things as it is, what will happen? So deeply, you start to experience some kind of comfort. So that comfort is not a kind of like this conventional level with the emotions or feelings. It's more deeper with your understanding, because more than any other time, now you start to experience the reality. So that give kind of like a confidence to resonate with the path. You feel more confident about the practice. So that itself bring the ability to experience the rapture. So it's kind of like a joyful interest. It's kind of like a gladness that you go through this path. Happiness. It's not, again, those are not this emotional happiness that we gain from outside world. Because for that, we have to have something from outside. And then we have to have some kind of emotions. And we have to go through feelings. But here, it's not like that. It's deeper. The mentally you experience this. And that will help you to resonate with the path again and again, again and again. And then you into practice, wherever the mind goes, you come back to it, you settle down with it. Because now you go into deeper experience beyond these thoughts, beyond your emotions, beyond your conventional level of feelings. So your mind has ability to go into that. So then give a try. Because as you know, you have enough experience now to see, recognize in this conventional level, whatever that you experience. And it's not a kind of like, it's not going to bring you kind of like a happiness. It's just a struggle. Even though it look like a happiness, but it's going to take you to struggle. Just imagine that whatever the struggle that you go through today, it will start with the very happy mood. That is the very nature of this conventional world. But this is not like that. This take you deeper into strengthen yourself. It never going to make you weak. It uplifts the complete strength of your mind. And then once you experience the rapture, joy, full happiness, or the gladness with this practice, then the next step is called the nibbida. Nibbida means aversion. So that you get out of the aversion. And you get out of your own point of view. You're not going to hold as the way you want, because now you see the reality. Now your vision is not biased to your own inner feelings or your own thoughts. So then you get out of the version and then see things as it is. Whatever appear to eye or the ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, you don't keep thinking over and over and over about it. It's just a moment of experience. And then viraga, it's kind of like a fading away. It's kind of like a detachment. It's a kind of like when you come to the moment of experience, absence of lust. Deeper in you, it's not like you pushing away thinking, I don't like it. No, that the experience itself with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, consciousness, or when the perception arises, there is no lust within it. It's not you think about it and get out of it. It's not like that. It's a very naturally come to you, because now you see very deeply the reality as it is. And then that absence of lust take you to the next moment called nirodha, cessation. And so that's mean whatever arise with the feelings, perception, with your form, feeling, perception, volition, recognition, there is no creation. There is no pushing ahead with that experience. You become complete with the moment of experience. You don't look for something. So that itself take you to the moment of liberation or the nibbana. So that is the process. So then remember yourself. This is the very key method of the Buddha's teaching, that it is your responsibility then develop it, get into that and master that path. So whatever other things is very necessary for us, but at the same time, this is the main subject. So it is outside, inside, both. You put the effort to get into this path, and then by the time you will say deeper and deeper and deeper within your own practice, that what you experience itself will prove the very nature of this Dharma. Because Buddha's teaching is to use it to yourself and practice and find your liberation or the freedom. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck hit straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chamihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Nudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjissami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless.